Carlton Town TV, sponsored by Aerocom UK. I'm John Bryson. I'm with the Gedling MP, which covers Carlton Town, Michael Payne. Michael, first, great to have you here. So, how did you get involved in politics? Because it was not straight away into Parliament, was it? It was lower level, if I may use that expression, local level.
Yeah, I've been a councillor for 15 years. This is my home.
Now, is that district or county or both?
District and county.
Yeah.
And I've lived here my entire life. My family have been here for generations.
Yeah.
Passionate about the area.
Yeah.
Want to see the area improve. Stood, was a councillor for 15 years, had the opportunity to stand for Parliament, and obviously it's a real
you were a
privilege.
councillor for here as well, were you?
Yeah, absolutely, 15 years as deputy leader.
Now, you went in July.
Yeah.
What's the big difference? What's the big impression you liked, and possibly you thought, not so sure on this?
It's a big change. I mean, there's lots to learn, but it's a massive privilege arguing for the people that you live with, your neighbours, your friends, great organisations like Carlton Town, where I am this afternoon. It's a massive privilege to represent your hometown in Parliament. And there are different views, there are debates, people debate respectfully, but it gives you the opportunity to go down there and argue for your place that you call home. And that's what I've been doing since July, and that's what I intend to continue to do as the MP.
Well, I used to live in a constituency where Robert Halfon was the MP, and he was very interesting because of his disabled himself. Is there any particular field you one thing you really, or two things that you're right, I want to bring this up in Parliament?
I'm a working class kid, first in my family to go to university. I'm very passionate.
Where was that?
Lancaster. Studied law, very passionate about kids getting the best possible chance in life, irrespective of where they're born, the parents' background. I think that's very important that we give kids a good chance, and this club is a great example of that. The work they do with young people to get them involved in sport, the work they do in the community. That's why I'm supporting clubs like Carlton Town. It's critical that we continue to support them. They're a great community club, raise a lot of money for charity, and as the local MP, I will continue to be an ambassador for it.
Well, you've preempted one of my questions, because your view of us in the community. I gather you've been doing a bit this afternoon with selling things, haven't you?
Yeah. We've launched the Christmas raffle draw, and I think we've sold the best part of over 100 tickets. I think 100 quid's worth, which is a good starting point. But I'd ask supporters to dig deep. This is a really important club. It relies on the generosity of people who come here, the fans, the supporters, the community. Obviously, we've had organisations that also give funding. I will continue to make that case for the club. But it was a good start today, selling over 100
well,
quid's
many thanks for that. And also, well, thank you. I gather during the COVID period, you were a help to the club. Would you like to explain how, please?
Yeah, I mean, COVID was a massive challenge for clubs like this, where they couldn't go about their ordinary business. And so Mick came to me, the chairman, we worked closely with him, and we managed to secure him significant funding from government grants and other places to make sure this club didn't go under. This club's got a rich history here in Gedling. It's important that we make sure that it continues to have many, many decades to come. And so when Mick came knocking as the chairman,
you answered.
I answered. Mick's a force of nature. The club is an important club, and whenever they have got a need or they need some support, I'm here as the MP to help them.
Well, I started coming here 2012, left the Dynamo, and I've seen the difference. Coming back, I've been with them now 3 years, you can certainly see the difference. No doubt, part of the impact you've made as well. Talk about impacts. Mick nearly had a coronary this morning, and I gather you spoke at the half-time about the water bill we've had. Would you like to explain that a bit more? Because I'm a bit in the dark as well.
I was shocked as Mick was. He opened the post and he's found a water bill for over the summer that he expected to probably in the order of £2,000-3,000, and it's £10,000. I mean, that's extortionate from a profit-making private company.
Are we Severn Trent here?
I think it is Severn Trent, Water Plus. There are a couple of organisations I think involved, but I've said to Mick that that's wrong in my view. This is an important club. This is not a business making profit. It's a club doing important charity work, giving enjoyment for local families, getting people involved in sport. So I'm going to take this up as the MP with Mick, the chairman, and the club.
Well, appreciate
and we're going to
that.
see whether we can get the bill knocked down. And if we can't, we're going to appeal to other organisations to see whether they can dig their hands in their pockets and try and get that bill down, because ultimately we want to see this club enjoying decades to come. And what we don't want is big bills being levied that knock the club sideways. So I'll do what I can to help.
Well, it's not your area, but with my tennis commitments in Leicestershire, we've had massive fuel bills there, which have been way above. So it's electric, gas and water has been the last 12, 16 months. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah,
it's been a problem.
But I think there's a need for these companies to recognise the impact these clubs have. You know, walking around the stand today, the enjoyment from the young kids, the enjoyment from the families, the real passion of people who've been coming here for decades. These companies sit in offices, perhaps in London. They want to get out.
I used to sit in London.
Yeah, but they want to get out here and come to some of these clubs and see the impact that they're having. And that's why I'll be appealing to them to say, look, be reasonable about this. This club's making a real difference in the community. Let's get that bill down. 10 grand is clearly a ridiculous price. So I'm going to work with Mick, the chairman, the vice chairman, and the rest of the club, and we'll see whether we can get the bill pulled down.
One more question. Your mum Wendy is off to my left, your right. First time here for your mum as well?
Yeah, first time. She's a big football fan. My brother is a Nottingham Forest season ticket holder. Yeah. My nan was a Nottingham Forest supporter. Our nephews go play football. She supports them. She loves football. She's really enjoyed her afternoon here as well.
Well, it's great to have you here and your mum. And hopefully this is the first of many visits. Thank you very much, Michael.
Nice to see you, John.
Thank
nice
you.
To see you.
Thank you.